Hello, and welcome back to the Spoiler Cast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me, as always, is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello!
Hello! And in today's episode, this is a special one for various reasons. It's one of the biggest releases of the year, one of the weirdest releases of the year. It's a $140 million vanity project from a crazy old kooky guy who made movies in the 70s. Today we're talking about Megalopolis. Whoa! Yes. Written and directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Adam Driver and, what's the girl's name?
Nathalie Emmanuel?
Nathalie Emmanuel, Giancarlo Esposito, April from Parks and Rec, what's her name? Aubrey Plaza, Shie Labeouf, John Voight,
Exactly.
Talia Shear, Lawrence Fishburne, Jason Schwartzman. James Remar, it was him, he's in like 2 scenes.
Yeah.
It is a stacked cast list.
Bunch of people
In
recognize.
in one of the biggest, weirdest, most fantastical movie I've seen in quite a while, at least new movie.
Did you even mention John Voight?
Yes, John Voight as well, yeah. Oh, fucking, shit, what's his name? The Jew who played the Jewish guy. Shit. What's his name? Rain Man.
Right.
My brain. What's his name? Where is he? He's not in the list.
I can't find him.
He's
Too
not in
many
the list.
people.
Why can't I remember his name? Whatever. You know the guy. It's Rain Man.
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Thank
There
you.
he is.
And I think I saw Johnny Depp's daughter as well. I think. I'm not sure. Maybe I made that
What's
up
her
in my
name
head.
again? Lily Depp? No, that wasn't
Lily
her,
Depp,
I think.
Yes. Oh, okay. Anyway.
It's a bunch of other girls you sort of kind of recognize, though.
Yeah, lots of Coppola people involved in this. We should mention also that Roman Coppola co-wrote this, or he like inspired the script or something. They said stuff like that.
My cat is saying hi. If you can hear him, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the story of New Rome, a fictional sort of futuristic, bombastic version of New York City.
Yes.
Also kind of representing, the world in general.
Yeah.
And it's a conflict between the new and the old, basically. The futurist, the visionary Caesar Catalina, and the more nuts and bolts, boots on the ground mayor. What was his name? Franklin Cicero.
Yes,
And then
Cicero.
his daughter caught between them, divided between her father and her beloved.
Aptly
Caesar
named
Catalina.
Julia.
Yes. Very much inspired by, the story of the Roman Empire, very much inspired by Shakespeare. I mean, they
Yes.
even quote... They quote what the most quoted Shakespeare part of all time. In the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't pick some obscure quote. It was just, the one everyone says. What is it? It's, now I can't remember, but just because.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Probably the trivia.
Yeah. No, so yeah, it's a story of an empire in decline, and, some people in different ways struggling to maintain the structure or try to change it to something different, something new. In a very, very big, weird, pretentious sometimes, well, a lot of times, way.
Weird, I think, is the most
Weird. All over the
apt
place.
word here.
Yeah. Messy, I would say.
That too. Not weird for many reasons, but yeah, there's a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, it's not a mess, but it's very messy, as
Yes.
Mike Stoklasa said. But yeah, we're babbling on, just trying to describe it, which is hard. But I'm just gonna ask you then, what did you think of Megalopolis?
I'm a little bit torn.
Okay.
Because visually, it's very interesting.
Yes.
There's obviously substance there, but honestly, I don't
Yeah.
know if I understood anything.
Okay.
I felt completely lost for most of the movie.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was just me not keeping up, or if it was just me not being smart enough, or like not knowing my Roman history well enough, or like getting the references. I don't know. I was lost.
All right.
For like 90% of the time. It's pretty, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It's very well produced. It's amazing acting.
Oh, by the way, the quote is that to be or not to be.
Yeah, but he did the long version.
The long version, yeah, with the slings and arrows and everything.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, that's the first time I've heard it recited. I guess it helped that it was both someone with a lot of, gravitas in his voice saying it, performing it very well, but also that it was subtitled in Swedish, because we watched this on IMAX, which if you're gonna watch this, watch it on IMAX. It's
probably
big
not. Yeah.
movie.
I don't think I would have appreciated it as much if I saw it like on my phone.
Yeah, no. I gotta say, this is the first time, and also because it was the full like monologue, that I actually, at least maybe not understood it, but gleaned some sort of
substance
out of it, without it just being weird Shakespeare words.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay.
So what did you think of it, to flip the question on you?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. It definitely has its problems.
Sure.
But I found it delightful. I thought it was... Yes. It's the kind of movie we very, very rarely see nowadays, especially on the big screen. This felt very, very, very old school, because it was big. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of obviously a lot of CGI and stuff, because it's a sci-fi thing. But I mean, still, the production was big. It was I don't want to say bombastic, but I mean, it looked bombastic, because bombastic, we said it's big but hollow. This wasn't hollow.
No.
And there was all the actors and actresses. There was no nobody pulled on the reins. They were fucking going for it, for better or for worse.
You know what it maybe felt like, or I assume?
Yeah.
Like a Shakespeare play.
Yes, I mean, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Put on by proper actors.
Auteurs.
Auteurs, that's the word.
Thespians.
Thespians, even.
Auteurs are the ones making it. Thespians are the ones acting it, yeah.
Right.
Oh, both.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah.
Like proper...
This was... I can see why so many, actors wanted to be in this. Because I'm sure it was a blast to just really go for it. I mean, Aubrey Plaza played deadpan April Ludgate for 16 years on Parks and Rec. She's done other things since then, but I mean, that's what has defined her career. Yeah. Very
similar to that.
She's basically played April Ludgate her entire career, more or less. Yeah. Nothing against her. I think she's a wonderful actress. But here, she got to really go for it. It was big. It was loud. It was colorful.
Yes.
Sometimes ridiculous, but I think that was the point.
Yes.
It was supposed to be.
That was the character.
It was supposed to be big and dumb and weird,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I thought it was wonderful. Definitely parts to discuss where it doesn't work.
Sure.
On technical aspects, nitpicks if you will. But overall, the idea, the themes if you will, I loved it. I said love now. I liked it. Because
let's jump ahead a little bit and go with what would you score this? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but the Metascore.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it.
It's a 57.
Ooh, I can see.
That's very low, though.
I can see why, because some people would just say that this is, it's pretentious garbage. I can definitely see that. But and even people who appreciate it would probably say that, well, yeah, but it's held back by the very fragmented editing, it's all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason to anything.
But I think there might be a point to that. Partially, at least.
To a certain extent, yes. I would definitely go higher than that.
Yeah.
I would probably give it a 4 or 4.5 even.
Yeah, I'm leaning
Probably a 4.
a high 3.5 to a low 4.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Whatever that would be.
Yeah.
But that's mainly because I didn't understand it, which isn't really fair. Doesn't mean it's a bad movie just because I don't understand it.
No, exactly. But I'm amazed. It has a lot of like good reviews. It has 1 10 out of 10 from We Got This Covered, Charlotte Simmons. Now we're reading reviews in the beginning, but whatever. We're just like the movie. We're bucking formula. We're just all over the place. Whatever.
Yeah.
She writes, Megalopolis is at once one of the least accessible films of the year, but the sheer depth and insanity of its accomplishment is one we may never see again. Exactly.
Yes.
This is a unique movie. This is like peak, like not peak filmmaking. This is peak artistry. This is completely like unfettered creativity, which is very on par with the idea of the movie.
Yes.
Like it's just creation for the sake of creation. Well, no, to create something better. Well, we'll get more of that. We're gonna have to talk some spoilers, I suppose.
Yes.
But also, so it has 1 10 and then a bunch of like 9s and 8s, low 8s, high 7s. But then I think there's 1 0. 2 0. Wow, from Entertainment Weekly and New York Post. Jesus. Entertainment,
really?
Yeah. Entertainment Weekly says, Megalopolis grants Coppola a dubious honor. In addition to his being the mastermind behind 2 of cinema's greatest achievements, he's also now the architect of one of its worst. Jesus. That's
very
rough.
harsh.
I mean, have you seen That's My Boy? Have you seen Grown Ups? Grown Ups 2? And that's just Adam Sandler movies. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like calling this one of the worst movies of all time. Calm down.
Have you seen some of the worst movies we've seen this year?
This year? Have you seen Imaginary?
Exactly.
Oh my god! And then New York Post, 0 out of 10, or 0 out of 100. From beginning to end, the craft, directing, acting, writing, editing, design is just not there. What? Those are the parts that are there.
Yeah.
What I could see being a problem is, okay, sure, editing, but I would say structure mostly would be a problem for most people, I think.
Yeah.
Everything else is definitely there. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta just read this one. It's a 12 out of 10, but it was funny. From Boston Globe. That the director spent 40 years trying to make this worthless 138-minute hot mess shocks me to no end. Megalopolis plays as if every iota of this once great filmmaker's talent got sold along with his vineyard. Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, because apparently he started writing the script in the early 1980s.
Yes.
And then, financial stuff got in the way, and it entered pre-production in 2001.
Yeah. That's when he sat down in the conference room and said, so...
Yeah. They actually abandoned it in 2007. Before going back to it again in 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Lawrence Fishburne mentioning that him and Coppola talked about it while making Apocalypse Now, which is
they
earlier.
Discussed it during production on Apocalypse Now.
So even before, he started writing the script, he had the idea.
Yeah.
And you can definitely tell that this is an idea that it's gone through many iterations, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, and then not having an editor say stop, we gotta sort of focus this. It's no, I'm creating art.
Yeah.
But I think in the end it works. Just like you can look at abstract art. I know a lot of people are oh, it's a scam, it's made up, FBI created it, it's a scam.
What?
Yes, that's literally a thing about impressionism or abstract art or something like that, which is
that the FBI created it?
Yeah, yes.
For what, brainwashing?
No, it's it's a long story. It has to do with
whatever. Let's not go into that.
Trying to fight Nazism or something. I don't remember the thing. It's a conspiracy thing. Problem was that abstract art, impressionist art existed before that. It was just that they did though prop it up with money. That's the thing.
Sure.
Either way. That's what this is. It's not. Yeah, filmmaking it can't be as wild and unpredictable as some art can be, like a painting where you just throw paint at the screen, or hey, I said screen at the canvas. But
you do expect some sort of structure when it comes to movies.
Yeah, but he did his damnedest to like create an abstract film.
Yeah.
That's why I'd say this is art. It's not perfect. It won't be to everyone's liking, but it's the artist, in this case Francis Ford Coppola's, because he's the writer and director and producer.
Yes.
It's his uncompromised, to the extent of the money, so much as it can be, uncompromised vision. Like nobody reined it in, and yeah, like I said, it doesn't fit everyone, but I think that is what art is all about.
I was about to say that's art though, because art isn't for everyone. Every piece can't be for everyone. Then what's the point? Then everything would look the same.
Exactly. That's how you get
this
Marvel.
Doesn't look
That's
like
how
anything.
you get Disney. Yeah, everything has a formula. Everything is cookie cutter. This isn't that.
No.
It's kind of funny then that the last movie I said that about was a superhero movie. It was the Snyder cut of Justice League.
That's true.
Which I will defend to my dying days that is true art. That movie. Once again, not everyone's liking.
Let's not open that can of worms here.
But that is art. Anyway, yes.
Back to Megalopolis. Yeah. I don't like the name though. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, yeah, Megalopolis sounds. It makes me think of the Street Fighter movie where General Bison wants to create his utopia called Bisonopolis, which is very funny in Swedish because it basically means pooptopia.
Yeah.
Or pooptopolis. Yeah. Because bias is poop. Anyway,
it reminds me too much of Metropolis.
Yes, I think that's what they're going for.
Probably, sure.
It's a giant metropolis. It's a future. It's a future metropolis. It's Megalopolis, built by the completely sci-fi concept building material Megalon, which they don't really explain. But
no, better. It's better than unobtainium.
Yes,
because at least they had a name for it.
Raritanium, unobtainium. Yeah.
Oh my god! Sorry, I'm scrolling through the trivia a little bit. Nicolas Cage was attached to play Caesar.
Oh my god, that would have been
very
amazing. I mean, you can definitely see it. Adam Driver is going for it in this movie.
Oh yeah. I still feel like that character is a little bit restrained in a way that wouldn't fit Nicolas Cage.
But there are the scenes where he freaks out when he's drunk and high.
Sure,
playing the bad guy, as he says.
But for the other parts,
I think it could work. He can play reserved as well. He is, as we've said before, and I have an entire podcast dedicated to it. He is our time's, maybe all time's greatest performer. And I stand by that. Anyway, no, but beyond that, like it's so creation and art and blah blah blah. You know what really like got to me and even made me like choke up towards the end.
No.
It's that this reminded me a bit of Star Trek. Not Star Trek as a TV series, but the concept of the future of Star Trek, where. Because
please explain.
Yes, I'll explain. Because in Star Trek, after the Third World War, which happened in 1999 or something like that, I think it's the same as the eugenics war.
Yeah.
It's a backstory. It's probably explained in all the books, but you don't have to read them. But it's in there.
It's the one where they wanted to change genetics and shit to get
and Khan Noonien Singh was one of the warlords who fought for one of the other side. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Have you seen Space Seed?
I've seen that one. Yes.
Oh well, I don't want to hear it. I don't
save that for another discussion.
Yeah. But yeah, so after that, after the war was over, the wars were over. The world was like it was fucked up. And they realized, like, this has to change. We have to change in order to save. We're at rock bottom now. Something has to change, and you have this, fantasy thing couldn't work in real life. The replicators, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
There's not one thing that really like changed the future for Star Trek, but if you want to point out one thing, it is the fact that they managed to, they can create whatever they want out of thin air by just changing atoms, which is theoretically true. If you could manipulate atoms, I could just make a hamburger here.
Yeah. We just don't have the technology for it yet.
Exactly, but that's what replicators do. You just say, Earl Grey, tea, hot, and it pops up.
Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because that solves literally everything. You have an infinite amount of food. I mean, you have an infinite energy source. Especially since they also
medicine,
have, especially since they also have like
medicine.
they found dilithium crystals, which it makes them that's how they can travel in
hyperspace.
Yeah, faster than light travel, which means they can actually explore space. So it's a world where all the problems are solved. And usually also then you talk about that it's basically the death of ambition, and when you don't strive for anything, you wither and die, which is that is an idea.
True.
But what's so beautiful about Star Trek is that they solve that in that now that every problem is fixed, nobody technically has to work. Nobody has to go hungry or work a minimum wage to put food on the table for the kids. Everyone has everything they need.
Yeah.
But instead of then that declining, sort of like, the Empire of Rome did when they had everything, at least the rich people had, they then decided, because they didn't want to end up like they did after World War III again, they decided then to focus, like humanity came together and focused on, progressing. Like there's no reason for like, capitalism or even communism, because we don't have to work together.
No.
They chose to work together when it comes to science, when it comes to politics, if you will. Yeah, coming together. Like racism isn't a thing anymore. Like you don't have to fear anything. There's no fear left. Is that very realistic? No, especially since it's built around this fantasy thing, the replicator thing. But as a concept, isn't that a wonderful world to live in?
Absolutely. Like unfortunately, I think humanity would not really actually ever be able to do that, because we'd have someone go, but I want the replicator for myself.
Yeah.
And they would ruin it for everyone.
But that's the thing, yes. And that would be a more, hardcore sci-fi, more grounded, like, yes. This is gritty, this is interesting, yes, also. But every once in a while, isn't it just fun to have this beautiful, perfect little sci-fi world that I would love to live in Star Trek?
Yeah, no, sure. Of
and
course.
Also as a concept and as a TV show, like, where we're gonna get it, where we're gonna get drama from, where we're gonna get conflict from. Well, that's when they push that onto other species that they meet in space. Humanity made it. They're good. They did it. That's why in a lot of other like sci-fi like that, it's always like humanity joins the great galactic, whatever. Yeah. Mass Effect. Like,
Council. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Here, humans basically started it.
Right.
Yeah. And it's so supremacist. No, because they go out and try to spread this utopian lifestyle, and and without trying to like impose their beliefs, because they don't have beliefs other than here. We want to give you unlimited, everything,
resources.
Yeah. As long as you let go of those, like, the whole thing, strife, struggle, anger, hatred, because we don't need it anymore. And then you get to join.
Bring this back to Megalopolis, then.
That exactly. Sorry, it was a long thing. That is what Megalon represents in this. Catalina, Caesar, he has found the solution to everything.
Yeah. He doesn't know it in the beginning of the movie,
Not
though,
quite,
because Julia helps him realize another use for it.
Yeah.
Which is regeneration, I guess.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a miracle. Because it's pure creation. It can do anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
you
guess
just have to know how to apply it, basically.
and that's what he has done.
Yeah.
He has spent the better part of his life figuring that out. Well, some years. And I guess that's all we've got to. I don't know. We'll say spoilers for now.
Yeah,
but I don't know how many plot specific things we actually have to get into. Maybe now that I think about it, because it is very much a conceptual thing. It's like plot points and all that. Sure, but even if we tell you some of them, it won't really ruin the movie for you.
No, not really.
But we'll
you kind of have to see it.
yes, exactly. However, if you really don't want to know anything about it, from now on, we're going to talk more specific spoiler-ish things. Spoilers.
Consider it spoilers, and so consider yourself warned.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it yet, click off, watch it, come back, the usual.
The usual, yeah.
Let us know what you think.
3, 2, 1. So,
Spoilers.
when they shoot...